Welcome to the second ever edition of the WrestleVoice official podcast. I am Jason, co-owner of WrestleVoice.com. Used to be AllDistractions.com. I co-own it with my friend Larry, who has been in rough shape lately. My prayers go out to him. Feel better, dude. I said I would be doing these and not talking about TNA because I have a TNA podcast, but some huge TNA news came out today. But first off, I got a call in. Hello, you are on WrestleVoice. What is your name?
My name is Madison, and my favorite wrestler are the Bella Twins.
Wow. I am also a big fan of the Bella Twins. You sound like a very smart wrestling fan.
Now everybody heard it.
Awesome job. Now I'm going to talk a little about the Bella Twins, and thank you for the call, Miss Madison.
You're welcome.
Have a lovely day.
Have a lovely day.
Well, that was cute. Okay, so, yeah, the Bella Twins are supposedly coming back to WWE. It's been rumored. I'm going to say 95% sure with Netflix and WWE just becoming huge. Sorry, that was really fun. I'm still smiling. Okay, so huge news today. Absolutely insane news. WWE and TNA announced a multi-year partnership where NXT and TNA stars will go back-to-back on their different shows, including live events. NXT live events, WWE live events it says, but it's probably just NXT, and TNA pay-per-views. It's historic. I mean, you can all look into this. Hendry and Jordan Grace appeared last year. I think maybe it was kind of a test. I wrote something on WrestleVoice today about it. And yeah, this is like the biggest news ever. Like, I don't even, sadly, I have to save a lot of this for my TNA podcast because this is not about TNA. Discuss TNA. What's up, Gary? Gary is also having I've got a friend named Larry, got a friend named Gary. Gary's got some crazy weather going on up there, and I'm trying to send him as much news as possible, but like this is absolutely insane. This might be like the biggest news in the history of TNA. So TNA is going to end up, their stars are going to be on the CW network all the time. And then, I mean, at this point, I'm pretty sure CW is airing on, pretty sure NXT is airing on Netflix in different countries already, which means TNA stars will be in, you know what I mean? Whatever NXT is doing, TNA is now doing. And eventually, they're probably going to be on Netflix in the United States when the Peacock deal is over. Back to the Bellas. Damn, yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want to see the Bellas back? Gorgeous, good enough wrestlers, gorgeous. Did I forget gorgeous? But yeah, I mean, also, it gives you that chance of Daniel Bryan maybe returning one day when he retires from AEW, which he said he's going to be doing in the next few years or so, maybe at the end of this year. I'm not sure. Whatever. So yeah, this show was supposed to be about WWE and AEW. It was fun talking about the Bella Twins for a little bit there. Thank you so much for that call. Hopefully that is a returning caller. Sounded like a really smart young wrestling fan, and that's what we need in the world. Smart, new young wrestling fans. Okay, so I watched Dynamite last night, and instead of doing a whole thing about it, I did a whole thing about it on my site. Again, WrestleVoice, AEW Dynamite, Maximum Carnage, thoughts and questions. I don't like doing reviews, so I went with thoughts and questions, which probably dumb, but what happened to MJF? That's my first question. Last night was the worst promo I've seen him ever give. He was saying that he mentioned Owen Hart to get heat with Jeff Jarrett, and nobody cared because this is a thrown together feud that they're trying to make it feel like a blood feud, and nobody cared. It's Jeff Jarrett in the year 2025, and it's MJF who was like the hottest guy in wrestling until pretty recently. And hang on, I'm getting another call. I'm getting another call. I'm still online right now. Who is this? Can I help you? Oh, wrong number. Sorry. Okay. That's going to happen sometimes when you give your number out. Don't know who that was. Some weird looking girl. Okay, so AEW. Sorry, got a little confused there. Yeah, I mean, that feud sucks. I keep mentioning this. Losing their 12th man has hurt them so goddamn bad. 12th man, as in the crowd that used to be insane, like they were on drugs all the time and just loved everything. But that was the same for like old TNA, and I look back at it and I'm like, it's not that good. What the hell are these crowds so crazy about? But sorry, I'm trying to read and keep an eye on something. But yeah, I mentioned about this before. AEW had psychotically loud crowds that made the shows feel much bigger and even better. That's gone. Last night was they picked it. It was like the first night I think with their like the smaller venues, and it looked terrible. And there wasn't a lot of people. Just very odd. The women's division will seemingly never get better. It is what it is. If you look up their YouTube from last night, there's not one segment about the women. They had a goddamn number one contenders match and didn't even post it as of my recording time. A crazy amount of those awesome women are stuck in Ring of Honor where absolutely nobody's watching. It's just a place to stockpile talent. Toni Storm is fantastic. Mariah May, same. Harley Cameron, the same. 3 characters I would say they created that are awesome, but it's like, I don't know, it's not enough, or it's like they have no one to really go against other than each other that matter. Willow is fine. I've never really seen anything special about Willow. Nobody else matters other than Mercedes, who might never lose a match. And I'm talking about Monet, not Martinez, who is incredible, but you wouldn't know that by just watching AEW. Hook is a failed experiment. Looks like a child. Can't take him seriously. He's dragging Christian down with him, similar to how MJF's recent feuds have dragged MJF down. Finally, Tony Khan is doomed unless AEW is doomed unless Tony hands over creative power to someone who is creative. It's pretty simple. There's a 12-man tag match this weekend on Collision. Samoa Joe came back last night, and it was like a week after Kenny Omega came back. Stretch that shit out. Once you have Kenny Omega come back, he has to be the goddamn focus for a few weeks. You can't have Samoa Joe come out the next week or whatever. 2 weeks tops. I think it was the actual next week. And this was Omega's first match, but whatever. I could not be less excited about another Samoa Joe run. I've watched him in WWE. Before that, it was TNA. Then it was AEW. Now it's AEW again. Give somebody else a goddamn chance. Swerve, you know what I mean? He's like a regular dude now. Like, how is that possible? He was the world's goddamn champion. Now he feels no different than, I was going to say Pockets because I listen to Cornette a lot. Yeah, I'll stick with Pockets. I can't Cassidy, Orange Cassidy. I can't even think of his name because it kind of bores me. Just, I don't get the character, and it's like frustrating to me that so many people do and they love him, but also, I don't know, how much do people love this guy if he's not really drawing? I'm not getting into crowds and stuff like that, or numbers and stuff like that. That's lame, and for another time. Okay, checking in with WWE. Okay, cool shit happened last night. NXT, I can talk about that. Bayley. Roxanne Perez and Bayley started a little feud earlier in the week. Bayley showed up, beat the piss out of Roxanne Perez, so that's a new feud they got going. And good God, they are so good. NXT is insanely good with the women. The NXT women are on another level. The men are, I mean, I don't really care about a lot of the men on NXT, which is weird. But, like, I saw Bayley and Roxanne, and I was like, oh, shit, that's money. Like, that's... And then you got Masha Slamovich from TNA sitting on the side. Like, so much happened there in just, like, what, 1 match, 2 matches? Cora Jade got a win. Masha was staring her down. Cora was staring her down. Cora Jade tweeted, what the F are you staring at? Absolutely fantastic. So that's going to be coming. A feud with those two. Obafemi looks like a goddamn beast. Haven't seen enough about him. But I would Goldberg him. Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, gotta say, they feel like they're just there. They're never gonna win anything big. I'm not gonna say all just nice things about WWE because that would be bullshit. DIY, watch Nathan Frazier and Axiom retain their titles. I don't really know much about Nathan Frazier and Axiom. I know DIY is fantastic, so I don't know. Maybe that's just all on me for not knowing those guys. Blah, 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 blah. Fallon Henley cost Stephanie Baker a championship opportunity, which a lot of people are freaking out about. I think it's silly. Back to Raw, Lyra Valkyrie became the first ever women's Intercontinental Champion. Congratulations to her. I would have went with Dakota, just because she's more of a known name. She's been around. I think you want to solidify that title first. So back to Raw, Rhea Ripley and Bayley knocked, they came together to go after Nia Jax. So Bayley is like just all over the place, and I love it. She's my favorite character in WWE in terms of women. Pentagon Jr. showed up. He debuted. Wow. He currently has 1.4 million views on his debut match, and then his post-match has 847,000 views. Compare that to Logan Paul. He had a little video, 177,000 views. Damn. People saying it's a failure. Yeah, okay. You know how many masks have been sold already? Like, you might not have had a great match. Nobody gives a shit. And I think that's a huge problem with AEW and thinking that it's so goddamn important. Oh, well, you got to have this 15-star matches and all that and blah, blah, blah. Okay, Jaida Parker. Got to get into this one. She was called out for liking a transphobic post, which is how No DQ titled it. Jaida Parker is a... sorry, I want to pull up the Jada thing. Damn it, I can't find it on my phone right now. Okay, give me one moment. I apologize, people. Oh, wait, no, it's on my Twitter. Oh, cool, and I can check it on my Twitter, see if anything insane happened. Okay, so... I'm trying to get to the beginning of this, how it all began. Okay. If you're going to check me, come correct. God bless. This was after Jaida Parker was called out by someone named Lex Varro, whatever. Like, basically saying, go get her. And then it's, okay, well, all of my friends like it. Now here's the post. The U.S. House passed a bill to ban transgender athletes from competing in women and girls sports. I agree. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, she didn't kill anyone. People are acting like it's absolutely insane how people are, like, what people are saying to this girl who, I'm trying to find she made a great statement. Now I can't find it. Damn it, did she delete it? Okay, ready? So someone said, wait, can you give us context? Oh, I'd love to. Clotheslinings wants to be messy, and that's fine. Wait, that's, okay, someone who pointed them out. And that's fine, because ignorance is contagious. But what they don't know is going to come at my name, because my opinion doesn't align with theirs, and clearly don't know how to educate themselves on the real definition of being transphobic. I was looking for a better one than that, where she explained, like, I've been wrestling, and I've been in combat sports all of my life. Okay, here it is. Don't get nothing twisted. I support the LGBTQ community, but I am a woman who also played in D1 sports. And if you can't understand that, I don't know what to tell you all. And then there's a bunch of people on the bottom who arguing just to argue. People throwing in Tessa Blanchard's name when, like, Twitter is just the same lame, boring motherfuckers saying the same shit until the end of time. But that's going to change after today because TNA made this insane deal. Billy just tweeted, finally my gut check performance is working out or something. Shit, it just flew by. Bailey was on gut check? No way. No effing way. Finally, my TNA gut check tryout has paid off. Bailey is fantastic. Okay, sorry, a little all over the place. This TNA news kind of threw me for a loop. But yeah, they have a multi-year partnership. Sorry, talked about all that in the beginning. Go to TNA.com. Go to WrestleVoice.com. I have a good write-up about this, I think. And okay, so yeah, I'm totally with Jaida on that, and also the insane hypocrisy of the wrestling journalists who, let me mention a transgender talent named Giselle Shaw. Giselle Shaw was sleeping with Scott D'Amore, who was the president of TNA Wrestling, before he got fired because a really good fan sent that information to Anthem, who owns TNA. Giselle Shaw not only slept with Scott, she slept with others in the back. So, how many of these people are getting jobs to work where they can just bang everyone possible? It looks like that's what Giselle was doing, according to Dave Meltzer, the top guy out there. Not a fan, but I'm guessing he has some clue about that. He's been very positive about Scott and all of that. Nobody mentioned Giselle. Nobody has mentioned ever in any article I've seen other than mine. Nobody mentioned the president of a promotion, TNA, fired like a dog, was sleeping with one of his talents because she was transgender. She is transgender. She, he, it, they, them is transgender. So nobody wrote about it. That's fucking hypocrisy. That nobody has the balls to even go near that. Oh, it's transgender. I'm not touching that. I'm too scared. I don't want the transgender community coming after me. Pussies. You're not fucking journalists. Nobody. There's really like no wrestling journalist out there. I'm going to try to be one. Like real shit. No bullshit. Other than when I have, maybe certain people call in that may or may not be part of my family. But that's just for, this show. No bullshit. So, God, I keep checking down Twitter about how exciting things are. Okay, so I got Dynamite, most of Dynamite. I mean, it was just a bad Dynamite. MJF feuding with the fucking Double J of all things. Okay, sorry, I had one more thing I wanted to do for this podcast. Okay. Ready? Hang on, where's my camera so everyone can hopefully see this. Probably can't because of the light, but that's an incredibly long tweet. Ready? From Andrew Baydala. The tweet is so long that I took a screenshot and I have to continue going because the screenshot went off the page. So hang on, let me pull up the actual tweet, which he's been just absolutely destroyed about. Doing a how much do you get paid by how much does Tony Khan pay you, you clown, blah blah blah. Oh, he posted a picture of his baby today. That's a good swerve to get people forgetting about the fact that you're a total moron who posted 17 paragraphs blowing AEW and sucking up to the fact that they have trying to explain that they have shit crowds as like a good thing. Oh, this fucker tweets a lot. I can't find it. All right, I'll start it off. Quick lesson for those wondering why sections for tonight's venue are not available for AEW Dynamite. Arenas are built so that the vast majority of seats have a complete unobstructed view. It just goes on like that. It's absolutely fucking insane. Imagine, ready? Featured in the New York Post, Times, Maxim Magazine, CBS, Fox, and more. 8,000 followers, this fucking idiot. 8,000 followers. Probably on the payroll. And of course, now people are asking him about, do you think WWE's been working with TNA and blah, blah, blah? These idiots don't know anything. Did Meltzer report this was coming? Did Sapp report this was coming? Get the fuck out of here with this. Why do people ask these fake journalists questions? They don't know anything. They know about AEW because Tony is friends with these people. That's it. They don't have connections anymore. They've never had connections with WWE. Bixispan, whatever his fucking name is, Bixispanks, whatever his fucking name is, Dave, whatever, super morbid, ugly dude, once tweeted, the reason people like myself spend so much time on AEW is we don't have, or it was like WWE doesn't give us interviews. I was like, did this dude really just fucking tweet that? Did he just say, like, the reason for the bias is the epic bias by journalists who, good lord, they're going to have to be pointing out TNA, what the amazing shit with TNA soon. Sorry, I'm really excited about this, and I'm going to cut it short, 20 minutes. Be back next week with an actual co-host, a legit actual co-host, like on the other side of the screen. Didn't work out this week. Shit happens. No big deal. I'm going to be around. This podcast is going to be around. The WrestleVoice is going to be around.